And I'm one dino bone owning proud prairie girl. Welcome everybody. Oh, let's see, I should have 2 windows. There we go, that's better. We've got Tara here, we've got Opal Guy here, we got Chubby Hubby here, we got Jahik here. I saw Bear here earlier and Rufo here earlier. A3, the Sky Warrior himself is here. Am I missing anybody? Jeff was here. He'll probably be in and out because probably driving. Jennifer's here. Welcome everybody. Ryan's here. Sandmaker's here. Brian's here. So much going on. And the Bison's here. Cheers, everybody. Opal Guy started his garden. Yeah, it's totally acceptable, Brian. I understand. It's there for the later viewing. It was a lot of fun. We went for a hunt and then had a little UV show and tell show at the end there. It was a lot of fun. Pretty cool show. I found some cool stuff and spoiler but not spoiler. So I guess cliffhanger. So did Bison. Oh, hang on just a second. Oh, hi, son. Hi.
Dang it, that gets me every time.
I'm sorry.
Slowly I'll become electricity proof.
Okay, let's see. I say spoiler cliffhanger because I'm not going to show you the super awesome rock that he did find. I am going to show you a couple of cool things that we did find and cut, but not that thing. Yeah, we'll look at that one too, just cause. Sure, we'll look at that one as well. Okay, and as I pick that one up, I find one more piece of this one. And we can look at that other one that I cut too. And then we have some out of this world stuff to see that you guys could own today. Okay, such a busy show today. We gotta get into it. We have a late start, so we gotta get going. We got a lot to do. Okay. I'm back. Hi, everyone. Kiersey's here too from the future. If you remember from last week, we cut the not fire agate from AZ, and I made a cab out of one of the pieces. See, I can do cab work. I just need the time to do it. Yeah, thank you, Brian. It is very nice. And then this one, I loved this piece too, but all of the detail that I really liked in this piece was right on the edge. Like, I love that little circle that's right on the edge. So I left this one really rough all the way around and just polished the faces. So it's a cab. It's captured some of my more favorite details. I love that little edge and everything happening there. Sorry, the closer I get, the darker it gets, and that's not so helpful, except for that you can see it backlit then, which is kind of handy. So yeah, like I say, I can do cab work. I just need the time to sit down and do it. And yeah, those turned out really, really nice. In fact, let's like waste no more time. In fact, let's turn you guys around so you can see what kind of, there's so much work happening at my work desk. You'll never believe it looks like a bomb went off. Farm projects, no time to cab and wire, right? There's the bombage that's happening here. So let's come over here where things are far less chaotic and where we can focus on one thing at a time. Sorry, as I wiggle you around getting you in there, and now we got to work on some focus issues. I do apologize. We'll get her straightened out. Oh, yeah. And again, I really liked all the detail that was pushed up against the edge of this piece. So I went ahead and left a little bit of a live edge here. I know it's there and I did it on purpose. Like, it's okay with me that it's there. Whoops. Oftentimes, I'm the person who makes the jewelry out of the stones too. I'm actually usually not a real big fan of leaving a bezel and a dome and everything for, you know, for a silver setter, because I don't usually set my stuff like that. But like I say, I love this detail in the edge, and I went ahead and left just a little bit of a live edge here on purpose. It did not chip during cabbing or anything like that. Like I say, I actually chose to, so that I could push the detail as far to the edge of that cab as I possibly could. It's okay with me that it's, like I say, a little bit live on that one edge. I chose to do that intentionally. It's okay with me. So yeah, excuse me. Face looks like red long neck dino standing in front of the clouds. Love me a live edge, yeah. And then like I say, on this one, it was all about that bit of detail right there. That was some of my favorite bits of this, and it was, as you can see, like right on the edge. So rather than shaping and doing the thing, I just went ahead and polished. By the way, hang on just a second. I know I just got you guys in here. We're gonna do something, by the way. Gosh, I don't even have all my lights on. No wonder it's so funky in here. Let's do the things here. I'm a disaster today. Okay, that's a little better. But guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? Guess. Go ahead, guess. No, I'm not waiting for you to guess. I'm just gonna do it. I woke up this morning and for no apparent reason whatsoever, I'm at 900 subscribers on the nose. Bing! Boop!
Nice.
900! Even! The kid even gave me a nice from the kitchen back there, yeah. You guys. Did I see Turtle's question? No. Let me see if I can pop back up there and find Turtle's question. Yes, I did. They did, in fact, go through. They did go through. Yes. Excuse me, I got a little bit, probably a little mascara in my eye. There we go. In fact, YouTube Studio plays games with you. They call it like weekly recap and things like that. And so they'll like pop quiz you, like how many, you had, thank you everybody on the congratulations, by the way. So they'll play little games with you. They'll be like, you put out, 2 videos, 1 live and 1 post this week. And this many people engaged, they, this many views, this many likes, and this many shares. And then, so after they feed you a few statistics, they like play a game with you. Like, so what was your most viewed video this week? And they'll give you like 3 options, right? And then they'll ask you, like, this is the first time they ever asked me this when I'm playing their little game. How many new memberships did you get this week? And it gives me these numbers like, 46, 65, and like 72. And I'm like, good golly, all of those seem outrageous. Like, I totally forgot. And I'd even looked to make sure that they'd went through and knew that they went through. And I'm like, golly, all of those seem high. So I picked the low one. I'm like 45 or whatever the number was, right? And they're like, no, 60, 65 or whatever the middle number was. And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh yeah, Turtle did that 50 memberships. Duh, I knew better. So not only did I check to make sure that, yes, indeed, Turtle, they did go through, but it also later was incorporated into my weekly recap. So yeah, I should have known better. I was like, that seems, all of those numbers seem quite high for the week. Cheers, everybody. Yes, I am blonde. I have my moments from time to time. Anyway, I really wanted to ring the bell for the 900. I was shocked. I mean, I knew I was getting close, but just all of a sudden like I say, woke up this morning and was at 900, and it just seemed crazy to me because I wasn't that close, I didn't think. But yeah, had a little bump in subscribers there, so that was exciting. Okay, back to the show now that I shook my bell. Betty, did I say hi to you? Hello, Betty, and Turtle, by the way, hello. Yeah, I was as well. And I wanted to make sure that it did in fact work out, and it did. Like I say, I checked into it once and was like, whew, yeah, good deal. And then later was like, what? Oh yeah. So thank you so very much, Turtle. Okay, I want to show you guys this weird rock that Joseph found, and I almost told him to twice this happened while we were out and about this weekend. It was, I don't know if it was really the weekend, or I didn't keep track of the days. They're blurring up because I'm so busy. He picked this up and I kind of shrugged. I was like, yeah, I mean, I've seen a ton of these out on the prairie, and I've honestly like never assumed that they would hold together good or be good to cut. I'm like, really? They look kind of I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you pick that up for cutting? I just didn't think it looked like a real durable rock. I was like, is it gonna do stuff in the saw? I mean, yes, you would pick it up twice. The cliffhanger rock that I'm not showing you guys today, that's absolutely gorgeous, that Joseph picked up, I actually suggested that he leave it behind. And then when we got home, he had it, and I was like, oh, you did bring that rock. And we cut it, and I'm like, oh my God. So kind of same story with this one. This one's also really kind of cool inside. And I had no idea. The orange inside, the yellow, yeah, what is it, Anyway, I like weird rocks too. So congratulations to Bison for picking this up and bringing this home. And cutting it for us. So, Karen was showing one on her channel the other day, and what were we calling it, like the maggot rock or something? Surprise. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Sorry, Rick. I love that little spot right there. What you got going on, my guy?
Nothing, I'm just checking it out.
Just lurking?
Yeah, lurking. Gotta go on my
Claim, says Rick.
Lurk.
Ooh, a little mouth heart boing there for you guys. I love you, son. I'll see you soon. Yeah, way too cool, huh? I love the little spot because, I'm a sucker for an eye. Okay, so there's a couple slices of this. Let's see, I kind of could stand to come back out a little more even. A couple slices of this. It's so cool, huh? Have any home companions out there on the prairie? What? What are you guys talking about? The odd rocks do rule, I do agree. The weird ones, the weird rocks do it for you, Bear? Okay, I didn't get it. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that that would be so cool inside. That's a chunky one too, by the way. Big old chunky cut. Brian got it. Okay, good. I'm glad, you know, some people did. I'm sure it was hilarious. I'm sure it was super hilarious. Let's see, we'll set that down there for a second. There's a couple like little pieces here of it. We'll have a quick look at those, because why not? Oop. Gosh, I'm sorry I'm beating you guys up. Like, was physical abuse in your agenda today? Getting smacked around on YouTube? I didn't know there was such a show or whatever is the Prairie Home Companion. But still gotta chuck me too. See? Yep. Also, way to go, Bison. That was a fun one. Thank you for picking that up and sharing that with us. Another one on the chopper was this agate that I found. It was either in the Canada stuff or the Sherman stuff. I think maybe it was Sherman stuff. And somebody had already cut it, you know, this direction. Maybe, yep, that direction also. And I was like, yeah, but there's still meat on that bone. Let's have a, you know, let's get into that. So I still have to go through and nip the ends off and stuff, but this will be great tumbler fill. And I like that line all the way across. Everybody's either getting the joke or not getting the joke. Yeah, this is a pretty little picturey agate for sure. And then left with a nice little chunk that can go through the tumblers or the vibra shaker. Yeah, I agree, Tara. A lot of characters still there in that chunk. Yeah, love it. I'm excited. excited to get those finished. Done through the tumbler and whatnot. And then one more here. This also was a like Sherman rock. Oop. And let's see if we can keep it out of the water until it's time to show you. You can see all the little flashy bits in there. Well, at least you can see the one. There's like maybe another one kind of trying to do it over there. There we go. Different angles. Definitely matter. And let's see if there's enough water down here to just... Sure enough. I don't know if that's a little feldspar in there or what. Yeah, maybe. We all like getting flashed around here. Boom, get flashed. Right there. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know what this rock is or where it comes from, but one of the things that I found in the Sherman finds, look at that, like neon green, blue, blue, green, teal, turquoise color popping thing over there. Kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of that fish bison statue we saw in town the other day. Yeah. Let's see the next one. Lots of little flashity bits. I like the green too. Awesome, Tara. Just get it wet. That is some fun stuff. I did too, with the little pops of red. And I mean, the whole thing, it goes from like the pink almost to like a blurple. With, yeah, like this like road map looking stuff up here. It's, yeah, the whole thing is quite delightful. It does kind of have freckles, doesn't it? It is kind of like a rainbow salmon or a fish or something, huh? Here's another piece of it. Got my wet finger on it. Sorry about that. But yeah, you could see some of the flashes in there. All right, let's do the thing. Oh man, that's cool, huh? Look at the yellow in there now. Or orange or whatever color. It totally looks like an aerial view of like a mountain scene fading into like, I don't know, some kind of like cornflower fields or something. I have no idea. It's pretty cool though. And I have no idea what kind of background music we've got going on right now. That's kind of wild. And then here's the end cut. And I'm gonna just stick it right in the water. There we go. There you go, turtle. That's what it is. Yeah, so I don't really know what this is, you know, where it came from, anything like that. But it turned out pretty cool. I kind of like it. I'm glad I cut it. I don't know what gas bite is, Bear. I almost wondered if it wasn't like some kind of a, like end of a geode or something, because sometimes like the inside of thunder eggs and geodes and things will get that kind of feldsparry flash and that, you know, almost kind of, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we should look at the outside of it while we ponder. I have a drink of my coffee really quick. I might jump up and turn that music down real quick. It probably isn't loud to you guys, but it is to me. Okay. So I mentioned on there on the title that I am doing some spring cleaning and that you know, like it's gonna benefit you guys. So I did get out not one, not two, not three, but 4 big envelopes to do some giveaways of some of these slabs. You know, this piece that we just looked at could be possibly in there. You know, maybe an agate slice or 2, and all the way up until like, I know everybody kind of wants a piece of like the head cheese rock or the chert rock that I cut, that kind of thing. So I actually started 4 piles over there, but I didn't get them finished. I really hoped I'd get them finished for today's episode, but I didn't. So, but it is in the works, and I don't see really reasonably why I shouldn't have 4 giveaway packages ready for next week. So, and then we'll do some little, you know, like pick a numbers or, you know, that kind of thing to decide who wins the giveaway packages. So that just because I am doing a lot of spring cleaning and trying to get a lot of this stuff shuffled around and renewed a little bit. You know, I'll get a lot of a thing or a rock, a great big rock, and I'm like, oh, this is the greatest. But really, I only need like 1 or 2 slices of it to satisfy my needs for the rest of forever. And in all reality, I can get rid of the rest of it. So give it away, give it away, give it away now. Aren't you impressed at that skill there? That was pretty sly. My rap skills are on. Anyway, so I'm gonna put these back over here with the piles that I've started for those envelopes. And then just move back to this over here. Hey guys, by the way, I found a piece of dino bone. Oh I'm so happy about it. And yeah, like Rufo said, we've totally got to at least window one end of this, to see what's inside there. And I bet it's going to be yummy. It's going to be so pretty. And I'm so excited. So we've got meteorites that need windowed on the flat lap and dino bones that need windowed on the flat lap. And so there's definitely some flat lap work coming up in the near future. Let's see, we'll just, yep, that's fine. Also, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Trying to decide how I want to do this. I really wasn't, I should have been more ready, and maybe I should be more ready before I do this. We saw you kissing it. Okay, I think I know how I want to do this. Maybe. Sorry, you guys, please chat amongst yourselves while I work this out in my head. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go for this. Okay, so I have a bunch of jewelry that is listed on Etsy. And you guys know how Etsy is. They really SUCK for extra fees and stuff, right? So you can see me and Sue wearing some of the jewelry there. We're going to start with this one here, a peek at the past, a fossil rock necklace. Of course, I have to have $30 on that, which... Hi, Mike. Welcome. Let's have a look at that little piece. Let's get it in focus, because we can do better than that. Okay. As you guys can see, it's just a rough stone with a nice little crinoid fossil in it. Gosh, that was hard for me. And again, it's listed for $30 on Etsy. This is a really, really simple wire wrap job. You know what, you guys, I'd be willing to let this go at absolute half price. How about 15 today? If you'd like it, just type claim into the chat. Mm-hmm. Thanks, A3. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Oh, and that one, like I say, is called A Peek at the Past. So if you're rewatching this later and you would like to purchase A Peek at the Past for $15 instead of $30, just send me a private message, an email or whatnot, and we'll get that worked out for you. I have 2 more earth rocks here that I'll show you, and then I have 2 Libyan desert glass and 1, 2, 3, 4 meteorite necklaces. I really like this one. This one's kind of cool. And let's see if I can find what that one's listed for. Yeah, so do not go to Etsy and purchase from Etsy if you can avoid it. I've got 42 on that one. Stop kissing rocks. You'll end up with Giardia like Brian. I've already had that. Mr. Turtle, we've discussed what I did for work down in the valley. You know, I was a, excuse the expression. I really hope I don't offend anybody by saying this. I was a titty tugger down in the valley, which means I worked at a dairy. I milked cows for like 10 years. I did it for a long time. And I got cow manure in my mouth when I worked there and got Giardia. So I've already had it. I already know how awesome it is. I already know exactly what it's like to literally crap yourself to death. Let's see. I do have, let's see, where's that label go? Just a second. Where's that last necklace I just showed? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I have 42 marked on this one, and let me find the price on that one, and then we're gonna slash those prices. And 35 on the other one. So let's do, I do 20. I'd do 20 even on that one if anybody's interested in it. And I'd do 30, 20 and 30. If anybody's interested, just claim Wooden Wire or claim Passionate Pink, and we'll have a look at them. I gotta switch back to the chat screen really quick, so oops, so I can see that what you guys are saying about the cows. No, that's terrible, Turtle. Oh, yeah. Having milk cows is yeah. Anyway, I don't know what this stone is. This is something I found out here on the prairie and hand cabbed on the flat lap. I left the back rough, but it is kind of a pretty little pink stone. What's Giardia? When you drink water with, they call it beaver fever sometimes, because if you drink water with manure or if you get manure in your mouth, it's a nasty little gut bug that makes you very sick. This is, like I say, a pet wood. Let's see if I can get the sun to shine through it. No, not quite. Lots of agate goodness in this piece. And again, the rough back. But yeah, you can either claim here in the chat and then get a hold of me later, or get a hold of me later and say, I would like to take advantage of the spring sale slashing prices that you're offering. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Brian. I didn't know why I was so sick for forever. I got so sick that my jewelry didn't fit and my clothes were falling off of me, and it felt like all I did was just live in the, restroom. I'm trying not to be disgusting about this, but it was pretty rough. And I was in and out of the doctor, and finally I went to a doctor who was like, is that cow manure you have all over your shoes? And I was like, yes. And he's like, do you live on a farm? And I said, no, but I work on a dairy. And he said, do you ever get cow manure in your mouth? And I said, yeah, like every day. And I do have Cash App A3. Yes, I do. And he was like, I wondered if you got Giardia. And so, of course, they tested me for it. And they were like, yeah, you do. And then the medicine is pretty hardcore, too. Like, you gotta take quite a whopping dose of gut bug drugs to get it gone. I don't know who did the $10 chat revenue. I see that there. Oh, it was looks like Mr. Turtle. Mr. Turtle? Did I shake the bell for that? Did I see it and then not do the bell? Oh, I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. So don't do that. But yeah, I might have licked my dino bone for just a quick second to make sure it stuck to my tongue. Anyway, yeah, like I say, we're doing kind of a spring cleanup here. We're slashing prices on these Etsy jewelries. Let's get them going. And like I say, I really wish that I would have got the giveaway packages done this week, but you know what? I didn't, but they'll be extra awesome next week because I'll have extra time to work on them. And I know that's my goal for next week, so we'll get her done for sure. Get some dang packages put together so that I don't just sit on all of this stuff forever and ever and ever. I kind of want to do like a couple of like two themed for March and 2 themed for April, because I've got like 2 different sets of stuff. I've got all the stuff I cut kind of in March in one box, and now I'm like, I'll start an April box. That sounds good, doesn't it? All right, well, let me show you guys a couple of Libyan desert glass pieces. Obviously calling this one Nebula Blue because of the blue beadwork that's incorporated in there. And Once Upon a Time. Hey Josh, welcome, and Kyle too. Welcome, guys. Let's see if I can find some prices on these really quick, so allow me to toggle back to that screen. Like I say, I should have been a little better prepared, but oh well. It gives you guys a little opportunity to look and a little opportunity to chat. Okay. What about the other one? The other one is Nebula Blue. I'm not sure I see it here. Why, I wonder? Is there a page 2 page? Sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay. So the breakdown on these, let's see. So I have to get Sue's. These are Sue's Libyan desert glass pieces. So I have to at least get Sue's money back out of the pieces, but I can let the wire wrapping go. Like, not entirely, of course, but let's see. So Nebula Blue is priced at $55. I could let it go for $45, so minus $10 on that one. And the other one is Once Upon a Time is marked at 49, and I could let it go for 39. So 10 off on that one as well. So again, if you want to claim these, just claim in the chat or send me a message later. Gosh dang it, I keep doing the wrong thing to toggle back to the chat. And I may miss it here because I'm back and forth, but beautiful little Libyan desert glass chunk. I love how shapely this one is. He's so wonky. So stinking cute. See if I can get the sun to shine through him a little. Nope, it just brings him out of focus. What is on there? I don't know. Well, thank you, Wild. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit intimidating to, I like the little dangly guy on this one. It's a little bit intimidating. Just lost my chat. To wire wrap Libyan desert glass or meteorites, especially meteorites, because, well, glass too, you'll see like this one has a little cleavage right here, a little fresh cleavage where it's chipped, which is fine and all, but yeah, you can't torque on that stuff too much or you literally will break it. I do have some more. If you guys want to go to the Topher Spin Meteorites on Etsy and find the rest of these that I have, because I have a whole desk full of them here and we won't look at them all today, but if you get on there and you're like, ooh, I like this Libyan desert glass piece better, just know that I can take at least $10 off, at least. So if it's, if you'd like to barter with me for a little more than that, we could probably. Thank you, Bear, for doing the wrenching things. You guys want to barter with me for a, if I buy two, would you take more off sort of thing? Then yes, we can work something out in the chat. So let's get those packaged back up just real quick. Hang on just a second. And then I'm going to show you guys some meteorite necklaces too really quick. And this first one's kind of a spaz. He's kind of a spaz, but you know what? He might be the thing that like absolutely makes somebody's day. I don't have him on a chain or anything. Got all the metal in him. Also, no, I did not see your message, Rick. Can I please get $30 pennant you displayed just a bit ago? I think my son will love that. Do you know what the material was, Rick? Was it the wood one? Yeah, right? The pink one? I'm thinking maybe the fossil one. That one. I do know, Wild. Yeah, the one. Yeah. The round one. I'm gonna boop boopy doop. Just for Rick here. The one on the left. The wood one. Absolutely, Rick. You got it. Okay. Yeah, that there is a crinoid fossil in that other one, A3. Okay, like I say though, this is an unpolished meteorite, so it is kind of just rough off the saw, although you don't see any of the saw marks. But yeah, beautiful little piece. And again, it's intimidating a little bit to wrap somebody else's meteorites. But yeah, I kind of had fun with that one. Why did it get blurry? There we go. Yeah, make sure you're not lagging. Let me see if that, I have a note here on that one, but is that really what we listed it as on here? Is it on here? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see how that is. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, so that one had a chain on it, but it doesn't, so I'm going to... I had that one labeled Crown of Krypton. And if it's priced on Etsy, it's priced at $50 if it's on there. I'm not sure if it's on there or not, but I'd be willing to do half price on that one, take that one all the way down to $25. The next one is a 4.77 gram. So like I say, that one's 7.56 grams of ordinary chondrite. This one is a 4.77 gram. It doesn't really have a name, but if you just wanted to call it 4.77 gram. It's got a cute little bead on the end of it because it is adjustable, so it's a slip. So you can adjust the length of this, but there's a cute little bead on the end. Anyway, let's have a look at the thing. Let's see, and I've got it marked at 4.77 grams. I've got it marked at 44.50 here. I don't know if that's what it's listed for on Etsy, but that's what I've got it marked at. And I'd be willing to let it go for sorry, like I say, I should have been more ready for this. What is half off? 22, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I could do half off. So 22, or yeah, 22. Don't show Would You Hang With Me. I want her. Okay. I'm not sure that that's one that I had picked out today, but I will definitely put that one aside for you right now. Wild. Got it. Boom. For wild. And let's see. This one's kind of neat, but there's no paperwork with it, so let's not do that one. This one's kind of cool. Let's do this one. The stratospheres. She's got it in there. Way to go, Sue. Way to go. See if we turn that ring just a little bit, we can hide that gap in that jump ring underneath that wire wrapping. There we go, that's better. Look at all the metal in that. Look at all the chondrules in that. How groovy is that, you guys? Stratospheres. What's half of 48? 24? Excuse me. It's a 6.24 gram chondrite. 6 and 6. I do believe I could let that one go for 24. Call it 25. 24, 25. Whatever. Somebody make an offer if you want it. Did I? Probably not. Let me toggle back. Thank you guys for keeping me honest. Jeff grabbed one there. Let's see if I can figure out which one really quick. Claim 4.77 chondrite for Chubby Hubby. 4.77 Chubby Hubby. And 22, let's see, 4.77. Are you both trying to claim the same one there? Or Jeff, you're gonna have to let me know. I see Chubby Hubby claim 4.77 gram chondrite, and then I see Jeff say claim 22. Yeah, is it the same one? It was a tough decision, says Bear. Or 2024. Chubby got it first, says Jeff. Okay. I have another square copper wire wrapped one that's very similar to that. Let me put it really quick and see. Jeff, there's that one for Chubby. It's similar. It's a little wedge cut. Let's see. 5.99 grams, 40, 20. What was the price on the other one? 22? I could do exactly the same price on this one, if you like it. It's not quite as nice though, is it? Well, it is. It really is, but it's different. Get a little more view of the edge on this one. You see the crest on it. Anyway, like I say, it's similar just because the wire that I used is sort of the same. Sure, I'll take it for 22. Yeah. That one for Jeff. Let's see. I think probably I'll just do like one more, and then we'll probably wrap things up for today for now. I do have some more pieces, like I say, and if you happen to get online and look and decide that that's what you like, then by all means drop me a message. This one's called Nautical Notions. And it's got a little note on it that it's UV reactive. And so I'm gonna tell you guys, this piece does do a little phosphorescing, a little fluorescence and a little bit of phosphorescence, but it is not the material in the meteorite itself. It is a caliche that is embedded into the cracks and fractures in this piece. So, Nautical Notion. And again, it just kind of, to me, it reminded me like of a ship wheel. Look at all the metal in that. So pretty. Kind of a heart-shaped piece. It is marked at 48.24. It could be yours. No, it is actually unpolished. Or if it was polished, it was only polished just enough to get the saw marks out of it. So it's not super polishy. If you, Rick claims this, gotcha. If you actually unwire wrapped this and polished it, it would shine, you know, all the way, everything would, not just the metal, everything would shine like a mirror finish. I was going to say if I had I do. It would shine a lot like the NWA 869 that, you know, if it were polished, you'd get that mirror finish. And you just kind of don't with this one. So it's not polished, but it's actually really, you know, kind of fun to, even though it's not polished, you see the metal. You see the metal in there really good. Rick claim. And then, yeah, feel free, you guys, to, if like that one, Rick, it looks like it could use a new chain or string or something to hang it on. So yeah, by all means, if you guys are not into the adjustable hemp cordage, there's no shame in cutting that off of there, throwing it in the trash, and putting on something nicer. Yeah, Josh, thank you. Hobo, thank you, and welcome, Hobo Minerals. She is my bolide sister. In fact, we refer to ourselves as the bolide beaches. Yeah, and then again, like, even on this one, this just, like, little extra feature, this little coil. So again, it's a slip knot so you can adjust the length to where it hangs. And then just, like I say, just a little decoration on the end there. Just a little something to make it not quite so plain. And then down to that last one, like I say, once upon a time, it did have some kind of hanging mabobber on it, but throughout its comings and goings. It just needs a little chain to hang on. So yeah, half price. I can do half price on the meteorites. Like 10 off on the Libyan desert glass and the earth rocks and stuff. And you guys, like I say, if you see something you like two, or, you know, Mother's Day might be coming up, or, you know, let's say you got a friend with a birthday, or, you know, something like that, and you want to buy multiples, let me know. I'll work you out a deal there too, and then bulk up for shipping. So yep, absolutely. Those are coming down immediately. Your guys' claims are coming down off Etsy immediately. So yeah, Rick, you know, like I say, any sort of, you know, feel free. It doesn't hurt my feelings. And if you just want to unwrap the entire thing and polish it and do your own wire wrapping job on it, that also doesn't hurt my feelings. It's yours to do whatever you'd like with. Just a quick warning though, if you're going to wear the meteorite jewelry, do try to remember to take it off before you shower, or, you know, don't wear it while you're sitting in a swimming pool or a hot tub or something. If you do, it's not the end of the world. Just get it dry as fast as you can, as best you can. Yeah, and again, you know, over time, if you're wearing them and they're out for display, you know, you hang it on your rearview mirror in your kitchen window or something, it may get a little bit dingy. And if you want to just buff it up, you know, pull it out of the wire wrapping and buff it up on your flat lap or something, it'll bring it right back to a shine. It's really easy to work with. It's just like working with any other rock, even though there's a little bit of metal in there. Don't be intimidated. And we're going to do more videos coming up. Like I say, I'm going to go ahead and take polish and end off this dino bone that I found so we can see the cell structure just a little better inside. And then this meteorite too. So coming really soon is a video of meteorite on the flat lap, so you guys can see. The only thing that I do different when I'm doing meteorites on the flat lap than I do when I'm doing other rocks is run distilled water instead of tap water. And that's just to help, like, our tap water is pretty sick, like pretty gross. It's like got a lot of alkaline in it and stuff, and it's probably just not real great for any rocks, really, if you gotta be honest. But, you know, just to get a nicer finish, I use distilled water in my flat lap when and in my saw too, if I'm doing lots of meteorites, just to keep them nicer, better, longer. And then something like putting them in a food dehydrator or in an oven or under a blow dryer, or, you know, it's so arid out here. Like even just putting them on a cookie sheet or something here in the house and letting the air get around them gets them good and dry fast. So if for some reason you know, are standing in the shower and you have that aha moment and you're like, oh no, I forgot to take off my necklace. It's probably not the first time your meteorite has seen water. My dog needs in. Sorry, did the wind blow the door shut when the kid came home for lunch? There you go. So yeah, just get it dry as fast as you can, as best you can, and carry on. And if you start to see some rust on your piece, you can even polish it up with a little piece of sandpaper. That rust shouldn't be much more than surface. Also, if you want to wear it as a daily wearer, go ahead and throw some like Paleo Bond or something on there, some clear coat or something to protect it from the moisture. Cheers, you guys. Cheers. You want to see my doggo, Rick? Oh, I don't show my dog much. You know why? Because she's very old and she's got really bad cancer bumps all over her body and one really, really bad one on her hip. If you go back on my like community posts like 3 years ago, something like that, she went through a pretty hardcore surgery to remove all that cancer bumps off of her bum and her hip. it was pretty hardcore, sweet little girl, and that bought her some time, but it didn't fix it, you know. And so it's the cancer has come back. I mean, like I say, we bought her some happy good years there, but she's getting so old now that she's blind in one eye, so she cocks her head. It's cute. And she cocks her head to look at you with her one good eye, but yeah, the cancer's not pretty. It's really not pretty, and it's tough to look at. So when I did show a picture of me with my arm around her and loving her when she was out hiking with us the other day. You just don't see you don't see it in that picture. So like I say, I don't show you guys often because she's in tough shape. That cancer's got her just messed up something super bad. She was having a pretty hard time this winter getting around. She was kind of getting stumbly and stuff. And she's having a hard time getting up the step to come in the front door. She gets her done. And come here, baby. Come here, they want to say hi to you. She does not like to be held. Come here. She's having a hard time getting in and out of the truck right now too. So I've been just helping her just a little. She doesn't love it. Oh, I love you. I'm so sorry. They wanted to see your cute face. Okay. Okay, I'll put you down now. I promise I'm putting you down. Okay. There you go. She is. And she's like, you know, so this winter I was kind of watching her struggle in the snow and things like that, you know, and I was like, gosh, you know, it's definitely time to start really keeping an eye on her, right? And but then she had a really rough couple of weeks there when it was really cold, and I was like, dang it, it's time to maybe consider this, you know. And now that the weather's gotten a little nicer, she was out for a walk with us the other day, and I was like, you know, when I look at her, I see a happy dog still. Like it's not pleasant to look at what it's doing to her, but she's still happy. So when we take her out for rock walks, and she goes more miles than I do, and I'm just like, yeah, she's still got another day or two. She's still got just another day or two. So, but yeah, it's getting to be that time. She's definitely a senior dog. My good friend Shelf, we call him Shelf because his name is Trey. And because the gal I worked with could never remember his name. She was like, it's like something you can set things on, you know, like a tray or something. And I'm like, Shelf, Shelf, Tray, Shelf. Anyway, she could never remember. So Trey got turned into Shelf, my friend Shelf. His mom passed away, and she had my dog and two of her puppies, or one of her puppies. And he already had one of her puppies, and his significant other had a dog as well. And so when his mom passed away, he all of a sudden had 4 dogs, and he was like, oh my God. And he phoned me up and he said, hey, you know, when my mom passed away, I promised her I would do the very best I could for her dogs, and you're the very best I can think of. Would you be interested in taking one of Mom's dogs? And I had just lost a lab dog that I'd had before that. His name was Jace. And I was like, I don't know. I'm still pretty heartbroken. And I was like, you know what? I'll come by and I'll do a little meet and greet and see how it goes. And if that goes okay, then maybe we can do like a 1-week in-home trial. And if that goes okay, then maybe I'll keep her, right? And so I show up over at my buddy's house to meet her, and I'm like, oh, she's kind of a little dog. Oh, I was like, I don't know if I want a little dog. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll bring her home. I'll give it a try. I was like, how does she do with kids? Because I have, you know, preteens at that point in time. And he's like, I don't know. She's really never been around kids as far as I know. And I'm like, so that could be an issue. So, but I brought her home and I gave it a try. You know what? She looked like a pear when I got her. She was just obese as obese could be. And he admitted his mom kind of just pillow princessed her and fed her like a half a package of hot dogs every day. So she got to live that life. She got to live that pillow princess life where she got hot dogs all day, every day, to this like really outdoorsy, like going on adventures. And she's slim and fit. She'll fluctuate quite a bit. Like in the wintertime, she gets that pear love handle thing going on again. But in the summer, man, she runs it off real fast. And she loves it. Like even sees me get my rock bag or a jacket or anything. Like she can tell when I'm getting ready to go, and then she gets so excited to go, and she kind of whines and whimpers the whole way out there, like with excitement, like until we get there. And then she, like I say, she does more miles than I do, and then she comes home a happy dog. So yeah, as long as I still see her having good days like that, then she's still gonna be okay. But yeah, there's a reason why we don't see a lot of my dog in videos, and that's just because it's not pretty. It's not pretty, but we love her very much in her senior years. Like I think she was 9 when I got her, and I think I've had her for like 9 years. So she's getting old. I can't imagine being that old and still hiking like she does out there. And she does it like with the most doggy smile on her face you've ever seen in your life. She just is living her best life, right? Cheers to that. So yeah, she's kind of getting messed up in her rear end. She kind of does a little bit more of a hop thing there. That one leg, she just kind of holds it up a lot, and I feel bad for her. But yeah, she still has a smile on her face, so we keep going. Cheers. So yeah, thanks for asking to see her, Rick. Sorry I didn't, I don't show much more than like, here's my cute dog's face. But yeah, we did try heating pad on those hips. Yeah, she does really good. She doesn't complain at all. She just, it's not fun to look at is all. So, but yeah, like I say, she's still out there putting the miles on, and she's doing it with a smile on her face. So I'm happy to still take her. It worries me a little too sometimes. I'm like, man, think about if I was that old. Yeah. And she likes to lay in the sunbeams too. So, she likes the heat and stuff, but moving slower, stiff hips. Yup. Yeah, Wild. Like I say, we did get a lot of it taken off with the surgery, most all of it, and, but it came back over time. And so, at this point in time, it's no longer safe to try to do anything like that. She's getting so senior that any kind of anesthesia or surgery would probably really not be a good idea. So we've done what we can for it. And now it's just, like I say, keep her comfortable, keep her happy. Let her live her best doggy senior years here. And like I say, too, she got really 2 wildly different sides of the coin. She got to be a pillow princess, and then she got to be like a, hardcore rock hound. So it's definitely not a sad story. What goes in must come out. And I've been just pushing it in. So pardon me really quick. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to give you anything fancy to look at except the background. I'll take a quick bio break, and we'll come back and say our fare thee wells and sing our song. Okay. Yeah. Well, as the rock hounds get older, so do the rock hounds, you know? And like I say, yes, it breaks our hearts and it seems sad, but when you really stop and look at the bigger picture, it's not sad at all. I mean, it would be sad if she'd spent her whole life, you know, trapped in a tiny yard and not shown any love. But, you know, I don't think any of our dogs are in that situation. I think ours are all pretty lucky to have some pretty fantastic owners. So, yeah, it's okay, Rick, that you hijacked the conversation. It's okay. I can address that with you guys. I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later, right? And again, yes, it breaks my heart, but I'm also really happy to have had her. By the way, when I turned up that day and was like, ooh, a little dog, huh? I don't know if I want to go back to a big dog. She was pretty nice. She's just big enough too, like the perfect size. She can get in and out of the truck all by herself, or she could, you know. Now I have to help her, but that's okay. We don't talk about that. We just put her in. She's like it. We act like it didn't happen. But yeah, she's the perfect size. Yeah, 25, 30 pounds about. Yeah. 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 She's perfect, man. She could travel, she can run, she can hike, and she hangs all day. She's tough as nails, you know. And she's not one of those yappy little dogs. That wouldn't have suited me very well. That wouldn't have settled well with me. She does an alarming bark if there's a skunk or a stray cat or an intruder in the yard. And you know, like when you hear that bark, you're like, what's she's got something. Something you need to see. Like and she, you know, does a little bark when somebody knocks on the door. And she screams her head off when we go to get in the truck to go somewhere. It's like, I actually tell her all the time, oh my God, stop it. Like the neighbors are going to think I'm murdering you with a butter knife. Stop. No, it's so loud. And then, like I say, she whines a little bit on our way out to Rock Walks. And every once in a while, when she's had enough of a day, she'll whine a little bit to be done and come home too. So, but yeah, she's a great dog. She's been a wonderful dog. She'll be a hell of a hard dog to replace. I'm sorry, Bear. Oh, I'm sorry, Bear. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to have those feelings. You know what makes it all better? No, not all better, but kind of better. Good and sticky dino bone. Don't worry, I washed it. I washed it as hard as I could. You know what makes it all better? Giardia. Yeah. Chubby hubby. Oh, gosh. That's cool, Wild. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, she's definitely a part of our family, you know? So, but yeah. You know what would make the day even better? A coprolite. Don't like that one. Don't like, okay, don't like that one. I'm sorry. I cleaned it. I told you I cleaned it. Yep. And like I say, I can cab. Can I do the can cab? Can I do the can cab? I can do the can cab. Can I do the can cab? I can do the can cab. I can do the can cab. I just need the time to do it. And when I was doing this, I wasn't doing packages. And so now that I'm done doing this, I can do packages. It's better than eating Tide Pods. You know, we dogged on that generation, don't eat Tide Pods. And now I saw this thing on the internet the other day where people were like, you should drink borax. And I'm like, you should not drink borax. These are the same people who are telling my kids not to eat Tide Pods. What are you doing eating borax? Okay. Whoa, we got way off topic. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. It is a pretty cab. It is a pretty cab. There's some more pretty cabs that just got made here too, but that's another video and that's another rock to look at another day. Cliffhanger. I'm excited. And then, like I say, lots more to come too. We got to have a peek into the Giardia bone. And we got to have a peek into this meteorite. And, there was another meteorite that was gifted to me. Let's look at it really quick. And I was wigging out last week. I was like, what in the hell is this? I don't understand this. And thank God it's Wednesday night so that I don't have to wait any longer to find out what this is. Like, we don't see lines in meteorites very often. We see it in like contraction cracks, but they're still usually not lines. You know, things like that. But I just could not for the life of me. And it sticks out. It's like 3D. What in the hell this is, right? Okay, so hey there. Well, happy birthday to Karen's kid, and cheers and stein, Karen, to that. Congratulations on another successful trip around the burning ball in the sky. Okay, so it turns out that this meteorite, it's an unclassified as of now. It may or may not be in classification as we speak. But it was all the rage at Tucson this last year amongst the meteorite geeks, okay? And that is a 3D shock vein. Not a contraction crack, a shock vein. And it's 3D because it is sat out in the desert and weathered, and because this shock vein is a more melted, silicated material, the rest of the meteorite has weathered faster than it has, leaving this very 3D shock vein feature on this piece. And so I had said too, this needs to go to the chopper. This needs to go to the chopper. We need to see that. It needs to be cut, you know, this way against this line. Anyway, you know, this way even, just so that we bisect this 3D shock vein, and then we'll polish it up and have a look at it. But that's just a stellar piece, and it definitely needs to at least be bisected. Yeah, cut. But I've seen 3D chondrules. I've seen 3D metal blebs that stick out. I've seen all kinds of things, but I have never seen that. And so that blew my mind. I definitely was like, hey guys, guess what? I don't know about this, and I can't wait to get some answers. So I did get some answers. Ooh, yeah, Ma, it will, won't it? Bison and I were just talking last night about needing to order another saw blade, because I did just change the blade, right? Just took the old one off. In fact, it's still sitting right there. That long box that's sitting on top of that box of what's left of AZ stuff, but we haven't cut yet. It's getting pretty little. It's a good thing we reordered. And so that one, I mean, it could be used in a pinch, that one that I took off. I mean, there's still a little meat on the bone here, right? But boy, it was night and day difference when we put the new blade on versus this one. So, but that leaves you going, hey man, I've always had an extra blade up in the closet in case something happened to this one, you know, because you never know. You could still check the grip, check the dip, let her rip, and something, it just slips loose in there. And if that rock slips loose in there as you're getting cutting, boom, it will bend the blade, maybe even break the blade, take a big bite out of the blade, whatever. And that can happen in literally a second, the flash of a second. So, oh my God, the Mossy is beautiful. I am getting that space itch. I highly suggest the Mossy. It's beautiful. Bear Creek though too, and I can understand why you would want that one, Bear. Anyway, this was the blade that was on the saw. The one that's on the saw right now was the spare blade that was kept up in the closet. And you know what? It's not like I can just run down to anywhere and pick one of these up, right? So, yeah, it's not like Harbor Freight sells them. It's not like, you know, like they're Covington down the street or a Kingsley out my back door or any of that stuff. So, it does kind of make a girl want to, you know, put one back in storage just in case something happens. Like I said, you know, if something happens to that blade, I could always put this one back on and get by, but it's not pleasant. So, definitely time for me to do an order as well. And I know it's gonna not be cheap. It's okay though, it's worth it. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. I think I have some like 10s up in the closet. And again, I've ran a 10 on that 12 before in hard times. This is actually the cheat for that. It's all full of sludge, but fill this up with oil, and then I can bring the oil up to the blade instead of the blade down to the oil. And so I can cheat and run a 10 just by letting it dip into here. And of course, it's going to throw oil out, so you got to keep refilling this little thing, but it's enough that you can cut and get by on a 10 if you need to. So life hack. Do I suggest doing that? Absolutely not. But you know me, I'm on a budget. And if I have to make do with what I have because I live out in the boonies, then I'll do what I have to do. So, yeah, and you can go buy like a 10-inch tile saw blade at Harbor Freight. So if in a pinch, you can go get a $30, $40 10-inch tile saw blade and you can run it on your big saw. And again, you can bring that oil level up to the blade instead of, you know, you don't have to fill your saw that full, and you can run a smaller. Do I suggest it? No. Is it a hack that is a possibility if you get creative? Yes. So again, I'm all about like, hey, guess what, guys? You can run sandpaper on your flat lap. It's how much is a 12-inch blade? It depends on what blade you get and where you get it from. Gee, I want to say that mine were like, I don't remember because I ordered them so long ago and then just stashed them up in the closet. Like 120 each? I don't remember. Yeah, exactly, Ma. Exactly. Rio just sent me a link. Yeah, well, and Kingsley sent me a catalog. Thank you for that. Like I need that. What did Chubby Hubby say? She might be. Yeah, Rick, I wish I had a better answer for you about that, but I honestly cannot recall exactly what I paid for those. And it was actually kind of hard to find a good blade that fit my saw. I struggled a little bit. So that's something that I definitely, there is some advice that I will give. Like you can do this, but I don't advise it. Here's what else you can do that I do advise. Order your blades in advance, have one in storage, because you might think, oh, it's okay, I'll go get a blade if something happens to that one. It's a 12 Bear. You'll think, oh, it's okay, you know, if something happens to that one, you know, I really only have to wait just a few days for shipping to get one to me. That's not necessarily true. Sometimes you'll go to Kingsley or wherever to buy, or to Covington to buy your saw blades, and they are out. They're out right now. And you'll try some of those other sub competitors, and yeah, they might have that same blade, but they've got it for, yes, it's a sintered, yes. They've got that same blade, but for much, much more. It could be out of stock, yeah. They got the blade you want, but only in the next sizes up, or in the next 3 sizes down, not the size you need. So that is good advice. Don't wait to order your blade till you have to have one. Put one up in storage, put 2 up in storage, whatever you need to do, because they aren't always readily available on the spot. Sometimes you spend an excruciating and mind-numbing amount of hours shopping around trying to get the blade that fits your saw, or the one that you want, or whatever. So heads up there. It can sometimes it's not as simple as it sounds. So I'm with you there, Bear. Oh, yeah. So it's time to resupply the saw blades up in the closet, just in case something happens. I've done the Chinese blades on my smaller saws, Rick. The literal, like, Jingling brand blades. Isn't that, yeah. Jingling, I'm sure it's backwards to you guys, but yeah. Isn't that what that is? Jingling. They're a great blade. Absolutely wonderful little blades. And you can treat them like they are disposable, because that's pretty much what they cost. I think I got 5 of them for like 15, 20 bucks or something like that. Yeah, there was 5 pieces in here. Again, I think it's backwards for you guys, but 5 pieces. They're wonderful. Wonderful blades, especially for how affordable. If I forget to take it off the saw and I leave it there for a couple of days, and then it dawns on me, shoot, I left the blade on my saw. You go over there and it's dipped down in the water and the whole bottom side of the blade is rusted. Oh, well, take it off of there and put a new one on, because they're like $1.25 or whatever a piece. They're great, Rick. They're great. Wonderful little blades for your little saw. I have not tried that particular brand. I don't even know if they make one that's big enough for my big saw. But yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Now, I just, and Marissa was here earlier, and I need to get in touch with her too. I ordered my Jingling blades in quite a thick kerf. I wanted them to handle Montana agates and things like that. Or can I go bigger? I'm all about the cheap Harbor Freight stuff. Exactly. Yes. So you can cut rocks that are about 5.5, 6. Yes, Bear. Yes. Yes, I can go bigger, like one way or another, right? Like it could be like 12 inches long or whatever, as long as it's no more than, you know, 5 by 5 on the end, right? So yes, the dimensions do matter, but right? But I can go bigger. Anyway, I order these in a big kerf. I order the cheap ones in a big kerf so I can beat them up on Montana agates and things like that. But it's nice to have, and I know this is a little bit smaller blade, but again, I'll take a smaller blade for some smaller stuff sometimes, right? And I'll run it like it's just put a little more fluid in them. It is also nice to have, though, a really thin kerf so that you can cut things that are expensive, like meteorites or turquoise or dino bone, or okay. So order maybe an MK303 blade or whatever they are, whatever they are, if you want to have something for some really nice precision, thin for opal. Exactly, Karen. That kind of thing for your precision work, but keep some cheap blades around for if you're doing some hardcore shit. Have adapters for different size arbors. These little rings, don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid. They're a little tricky to get used to at the beginning, but if as long as they come with the adapter, it should be fine. Yeah, or Tabascos, get a tiny little curved blade for stuff like that. So again, it's nice to have that tiny blade, but boy, gosh, you know, like, what if I wanted to cut a whole crap load of Montana agate or something? That's gonna beat my little blade up in a matter of mere seconds. You know, those tiny little blades that you need for that precision work, opals and Tabascos and turquoise and things like that. Great to have one of those on hand, or 2 or 3. But as far as like just cutting for pre-shapes for tumbles, or cutting for pre-shapes for cabs on your flat lap or anything like that, these cheap little jingling blades are great. Sure, I've had 1 or 2 that I cut some really bogus hard rocks on it with them, and I'm like, that didn't last very long. And then I've had a few more of these that I'm like, will this blade ever die? And then they sent the little rings with these, but I don't need them to make them fit my saw. They're just in there. They fit the saw without. They fit the saw without the ring, but they did send them anyway. My big saw, though, my Covington blade, it has a ring. You'll see it in, and it's in there. You see it? You see it in there? That little inner bit there. I'm sure if I tried real hard, I could get it out of there. But it's like, it's in there. It's like part of the blade now. So they're not a bad thing. The little rings, once you've got it in there, you know, you've got your everything tightened up and stuff, there's really nowhere for it to go if you've got it in there right. And even if it did, you know, maybe want to come off of there, I've never had one come off. That is a quality bushing that fits well. But again, it's Covington. They're going to do a good job. So, but yeah, the little rings, I've never had a problem with them. Even on my little saw, and even if they're not like super, super tight, melded in there, I've never had them come off. Once I've got them set in there and I've got everything tightened in, they've always worked well for me. Don't be afraid of them. If they are narrower and you have arbor washers in the center that are hollowed out, yeah. I mean, you know, not all brands are created equally, and you could definitely run into some issues like that. I really could see that. And I've been afraid of them before too. Like, do I trust this? You know, do I really trust this? And like I say, I've not had any problems with them so far. So sometimes getting them in the saw and stuff and all lined up and stuff could be a little bit tricky, but once I've got them on there, I've never had one come off. So I might as well melt it for scrap. I'm sorry. Again, not all bushings are created equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got at least 5 necklaces over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. At least 5 necklaces over here that I got to get pulled off of Etsy. Just so that no one does the sneaky sneak and snags somebody's stuff. Just remember to tighten down until it snaps and then back off a 1/4 of a turn and you're all set. That's good advice, Chubby Hubby. That's good to know. Good to know. Yeah, like I probably didn't know that, probably don't know that. Probably I'm just like, there, it's on there. Let's go. Which is fine so far. Like I say, I've never had any problems with that stuff, so too cool. But okay, so lots going on. Super always lots going on, which I don't know if I'd have it any other way. It honestly delights me. Honestly delights me that my desk is like a rock explosion. Like rocks everywhere. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, we've got the March box. I'm going to show you guys real quick. The March box. It's got the head cheese rock. It's got the white quartz rock. It's got the chert rock. It's got everything we've cut in the month of March in the March box. And then let there be an April box. Where we put everything that we've cut in April. Let's not forget, the lava bison's got quite an eye for oddballs. Yes, follow me from... I got a mast too, by the way, the other day, Chubby Hubby. They did come in and fix my electric. They did it on Mondays, so thankfully that didn't interfere. Yeah, way to go, lava bison. That's a cool one. So yeah, you know, we come home and we cut that stuff, and in all reality, like, I could probably honestly be happy with just like, you know, a few pieces of this for myself to cab and play with. That's probably more than I need in a lifetime. And so, again, just so that I don't wind up having to overwhelm myself with a sale, like, yeah, we probably will have a sale, and we'll sell some of the head cheese rock and some of the cosmic quartz and some of the chert and the, you know, fire agate without the fire and all of that stuff. But just to avoid it being everything stashed over here forever and ever until I do have a big overwhelming sale, just to get some of it out in little bits and pieces, we'll have little giveaways. Like I say, I got the 4 envelopes. Like, I think I'll do probably 2 March combos and 2 early April combos because I've got lots of rocks. So did Ma have a good idea? Hey, if it works, it works. And Bear shared one. To Chubby Hubbies. Yes. Yes. Proper safety eye equipment, proper safety, you know, don't knock your cute teeth out equipment, proper proper finger protections. It's all very important things. Screw this duct tape for the win. I love it, Ma. Woo! Yeah. I love it. So, yeah, lots coming up. Lots of really exciting stuff coming up. And I was super excited to get out the, by the way, sorry I had to keep that a secret from you guys for so long. It was worth it though, wasn't it? Were the Apollo meteorite coins just the coolest thing? Like, I seriously just about crapped my shaps when I opened that. I was like, no way! No way! I've wanted the Apollo has a meteorite up his butt coin for a long time. So, if I'm cliffhanging you guys, it's so worth it, right? Like, I so wanted to be like, guess what? You guys, guess what? But I was like, no, these deserve a video, and not just a video, but one that I'm really proud of. So I know you are, Bear. I know. I know. We've spent many hours, you and I, talking about the Apollo has a meteorite up his butt coin, so. And Chubby Hubby too, huh? What I didn't mention in the video that I made about these is that they're actually kind of affordable. They're not really outrageously expensive, but finding them is kind of like finding a dino bone. You're like, if you can do it, you're like, yay! So, yeah, I was super proud to make that video, super proud when I was finished of it. I mean, I hate to toot my own horn because I'm really not that kind of person, but you guys, I was pretty proud of that video. I was more than happy to be making that video. I tried to tell Ma, like, do not search Apollo and the Navel Stone in YouTube. Don't even search it in Google, because you will not get, did I say that, Rick? You will not get this kind of information. What you will get is stuff you will never unsee. Please, I'm warning you. I am begging you. I'm begging, pleading, warning. Do not search Apollo and the Navel Stone on Google or on YouTube, because I'm telling you what, right now, we're talking like 600-pound dudes' belly buttons that have created stones, and they're oftentimes, the whole idea is to watch that come out of someone's belly button. Don't do that to yourself, please. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I did the world a service by putting this video out, so that because it's maddened me. Okay, sorry. It's maddened me because I've wanted this video to exist. I've searched for this video. I want this information presented to me in a neat little video. Apollo and the meteorite, right? Like, or the Navel Stone, or the Umphala, or whatever you want to call it, right? Like, I've wanted just a neat little video that tells me some things about that. You can get a video about ancient Greek coins that's pretty much like instant snoozeville. Like, oh my God. And if you can manage to stay with the whole 45-minute program about ancient Greek coins, then you're pissed off at the end because they never talked about not one Apollo coin, and they never talked about the Navel Stone or any of it. Like, out of all 200 ancient Greek coins they showed us, they never once showed us one of these, right? So, yes, you can find videos about ancient Greek coins. You can find videos about the Apollo mission to the moon. You can find videos about Delphi and the Apollo stone. Kind of, right? There's a few of them out there. But to focus on these coins and the story that they tell, you can come across some really, 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 really scarring, awful belly button videos on the way. Hi, Willow. And so just a heads up, avoid the belly button videos if at all possible. And I've tried my very best now to do the world a service, put that video out there, that video that I challenge you guys. Can you find a video about these coins? I'm not sure you can. I might have been the first one to do that. And that's my contribution to the world for today. You're welcome. There needs to be that information, not just belly buttons. Hairy belly buttons. Oh, hairy belly buttons. Can't unsee it. Yeah, but a navel stone is an honest, like, medical thing. And so it's not like, you know, they're trying to scar you, but it's honestly like scarring stuff. Like, holy Christ. Like, you can't unsee that. You can't unknow that. I didn't even want to know that. I know that now, and I can't unknow that. So, but this is cool stuff. Good to know. So, and I'm really, really proud of the video that I did. And I'm so glad that you guys bared with me and watched me be excited but not tell you what it was. I'm so sorry I had to keep that a secret from you. But yeah, I couldn't just whip out a video. I had to do a good job because they earned a good job video. So, but yeah, that was exciting. Yeah, it is a wee bit safer, Bear. I do agree. It is. But again, try to find that information about that coin. It's a little bit hard to do. So yeah, I feel like I've done the world a service. Great service. Of course, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course, but I know, thank goodness. Thank goodness there's actual, like, because like I say, I wanted that video to exist before I made that video, and I've searched for it, and I'm like, somebody tell me something about these coins. You know, you can find a little bit here and a little bit there, but not all in one place. Thank you, Rick. And yeah, so I'm glad that video exists now. And yeah, good luck if you're gonna go on a hunt and try to find yourself one of those coins. Then best wishes to you. They are findable, they are obtainable, they are not very expensive. I mean, depending, of course, on what kind of condition you're looking for them in. I always said, and the other side, I don't show you guys the other side because they're pretty much unidentifiable. Like, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a dude's face on that side, but there's not. And I always said, I don't care what the other side looks like. That's not the side that I care about. So the other sides of these are in terrible shape, but the side where you can see Apollo with the rock, you can clearly pick out Apollo with the rock. So especially if you're willing to sacrifice the other side, you can get them for just a little bit less money. Thank you, Rick. So, yeah, I've got some goodie packages to package up, some, you know, giveaway stuff so we can play some giveaway games next week. And I've got a couple little packages to get bundled up and sent out. If you guys will give me just a couple of days to get your jewelry sent out, I'm going to get it taken down off Etsy immediately so that nobody buys your piece. But if you'll give me just a couple of days to get them put into some little bit nicer envelopes and get some IMCA stickers and some PrairieGirlRocks stickers and stuff put into those and packaged out, sent out and invoices and stuff. Give me just a couple of days so that I'm not feeling too stressed about it. And they'll be out the door before the end of the week for sure. So either go ahead and be proactive and email me, or just hang tight and I'll get in touch with you in the next few days or so, couple of days or so. You got a thesaurus throat. Ah! Can see the unseen. Anyway, you know, nicer weather has been kind of trying to be here. So, you know, I can't pass up an opportunity to go out and find a dino bone. Now, the wind really drowned me out in the video when I said this. I was like, I'm going to stay here and look and make sure I didn't miss any. Like, I'm going to look and make sure there's not more dino bones sitting right here. And I think I said something like, maybe I'll find a meteorite while I'm looking. Like, so again, the bucket list finds. Dino bone was a bucket list find of mine, and so is meteorite, you guys. So wish me luck. I'm always got my eyes out for meteorites when I'm out rock walking, and that does not mean I'll ever find one, and that's okay. The hunt and the adventure is equally as thrilling. And I'm a really successful rock hound. I find pet woods and things in the midst of my meteorite looking. So a possible vertebrate fossil. Right on, Willow. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Like maybe it was a finger or something. It's just a fragment of a bone, but it's definitely a bone. And I could see it a mile away. Maybe not a mile, but I think it was this way up. And I could see those little white silicate pieces in there. And I was like, bingo, baby. Bingo. Oh, and yeah, the metal detecting too. Oh my gosh, I've kind of wanted to do a little bit of that lately too, but that's definitely a little farther down the line. I'd like to, that March box. Did you see that March box of rocks that we cut just in March? The thing is overflowing. That's ridiculous. No one prairie girl needs that many rocks of the same kind. So yeah, and then like I say too, we'll move some of this Etsy stuff out so that I can put more of the new things in. It's a great time to move some of that out so that I can do some more wire wrapping and jewelry making and get some new things put out. Some of the wire wrapping on some of these are wonderful. And, some days you just have a day where you just can't wire wrap to save your life. And so sometimes, though, those ones that I dislike, that I'm like, oh, I just had such an off day and it was bad. I couldn't do any wire wrapping. And somebody's like, oh, but that's my favorite piece you've ever made. So, while they may not be my favorite thing in the whole wide world that I've ever made, that doesn't mean that you guys aren't going to love it. So, I do want to, like I say, kind of just revisit some of these. They've been for sale for quite a while. But let's maybe take some of the prices down if I can. I can if you don't buy straight from Etsy because they want all their fees and stuff like that. So let me just go ahead, bring these out later, James. Thanks for joining us. Revisit them a little bit, and that way we can make some room for some new stock. And same thing with some of the rocks too. I don't honestly need, 9 slices of the head cheese rock. Probably 1 or 2 is all I'll ever need in a lifetime. So yes, rocks, you say? Yes. And then, like I said too, just little things for some fun little videos coming up. We got to have a peek in the dino bone. We got to have a peek in this meteorite. That other meteorite needs cut and looked at. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I'm glad that the days are getting longer because I feel more productive when it's light out until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, 11, 12 at night. So, thank goodness, because it's just, yeah, there's so much stuff to do. I might have mentioned my flamethrower as well. Cool. So yeah, stay tuned because even if the wind blows and it rains and it snows, there's always something to do here inside. And if we can get out, we'll get out. And hopefully, you never know, maybe this will be the year I actually do find a meteorite. Maybe not. But you never know. So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining me on the adventures and the lives and the chats and the hangouts, and not just here either. I love seeing you guys around and all of the whole greater community too. Constantly cracking me up with your witty jokes and things. I truly do enjoy this crew. this awesome little rock fam that we've got going on here. All right. Oh, I don't know if we ever looked at this rock. I think I said it here and said we'd look at it, and we never did. This is that one I found out there the other day. Is it a... It looks like chert to me, like a banded chert. Oop, sorry, I got a ring light reflection real bad on it. Drip. Ah! Throwing it on my laptop is not a kind thing to do. These little white specks that are in here phosphoresce. Shut the UV off and they keep glowing. Ah, yeah, I'm trying to not throw them around. Yeah, anyway, that was a fun one. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. I definitely love it. It's got character. You know, you could pull a couple good cabs off that. It'd be fun. Anyway, I was grabbing up some rocks and some things to do the outro song because we got to sing a song today. We got to. It's Wednesday. And thanks again, guys, like I say, for joining me for the premieres, the lives, the videos, all of it. And then, like I say, around for everyone else's premieres and lives and videos and stuff. I truly do enjoy your guys' company, your jokes and kind words, all of it. It's just a wonderful place to be. All right. We're going to do it. Guys ready? Want to sing along? Want me to get this song stuck in your head for the rest of the day? Yeah, thank you, Rufo. And we sure do hope you start feeling better soon. It's no fun to be under the weather. I'm singing. All right, here we go. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they all are very pretty, and they all are everywhere. Yes, thank you, Bear, for sharing the wrench and things. We'll see you guys around. And remember, in a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind of a rockhound. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys again real soon. And